This presentation is on the health information technology solution of medication dispensers. Contributors to this presentation include Cassidy, Gail, Maria, and Roger. This presentation will outline medication dispensers as a health information technology, governmental factors, facility education, health information technology leaders on medication dispensers, delivery of medication dispensers, users of medication dispensers, and the patient impact and value. Healthcare has always been the most sensitive concern. Caregivers and patients face difficulties while taking and providing medicines. The medicine overdose or underdose leads to side effects and increases healthcare expenses. Considering this issue, we have picked medication dispenser as the health information technology solution. The medication dispenser can be an important element for the delivery of healthcare. We will discuss in detail the importance of medication dispenser in healthcare, the technology used, and external factors affecting the solution. We will discuss related stakeholders benefiting from the solution. The medication dispenser is used for medical purposes to assist senior citizens or patients who are chronically ill to take their prescribed medication at the specified date and time. The dispenser will help those patients with impaired abilities and who find it difficult to follow the prescribed medication regimen. The dispenser releases medication at specified time intervals. The time is set by the caretaker or caregiver for medications, and when the time set comes for medication, the dispenser automatically delivers the pre-measured required dose in a small container and alerts the individual with a loud signal to take the medicine. In the case where the person cannot take out the medicine, the dispenser will automatically inform the monitoring system to contact the required person. The monitoring system may contact the patient, family, close friend, or the caregiver to look into the matter. The use of a medication dispenser aids healthcare providers on ensuring a safe, effective, and economical delivery of drugs by distributing drugs appropriately. With the dispenser, healthcare providers' ultimate goal is to deliver prescribed medication in the correct form and dosage. Coordinating with physicians, nurses, and other care providers is also a fundamental key for the success of the medication dispenser. Moreover, monitoring and communicating with all the personnel involved will be always beneficial to improve efficiency and to identify opportunities. Medication dispensers can be affected by several factors. The government may introduce regulations regarding employment generation where healthcare organizations are required to maintain the specified employment rate at the workplace. Introducing medication dispensers widely may reduce the need for clinic staff to provide care to patients. As per the government regulation, medicated dispensers should be produced with advanced technology that has no serious side effects. The entrance of competitors is another external factor. Competition can be very intense due to major competitors such as Amerisource, Lionville, S&S Medcarts, Artromic, and MedDispense. The medicated dispenser can be operated during power outages as it has a rechargeable battery and can work up to 18 hours with a power backup. The medication is loaded into the dispenser by members living in the same house, either spouse or children. The visiting nurses can also assist patients with loading medications in the dispenser. These rational individuals are suitable for loading medications. The best part of the medication dispenser is that it can be taken along if the patient leaves home for a long period of time. The dispenser can be unplugged and reconnected at a new location. However, the patient may have to call the support center for reactivating the dispenser. Since medications over time change, therefore, the issue can be tackled by loading medications for 7 to 8 days. Such a technique will result in minimized number of medication cups that will soon be changed. The medication dispenser can be acquired through various companies to meet the increasing need of patients. The Philips Lifeline, Amerisource, Lionville, S&S Medcarts, Atromic, and MedDispense are organizations that can provide the required device. However, supplier evaluation is to be carried out for getting the best medication dispenser that serves patients with appropriate care and provides peace of mind to its users. It is important that users of the medication dispenser have a positive perception. This requires that the implementation of the medical dispenser is thorough. The health information technology leaders consider medication dispensers as the right solution for effective dispensing. Healthcare providers consider medication dispensers as a better traditional distribution system for long-term care. The medication dispenser will be monitored over time by the company and will make required changes where necessary. The success of such medication dispensers can only exist if managed effectively and with proper care. Medication dose and timings are in the hands of the caretakers or caregivers. In case of wrong timings and medication dosages are set in the medication dispenser, then it may lead to severe accidents resulting in loss of patient's life or health. Additional technology involved in medication dispensers includes adherence monitoring supports. The Smart Pill is used for adherence monitoring. A microchip containing tablet blister pack is installed in the medication dispenser that keeps monitoring prescribed medication dosage popped out of the dispenser and maintains the patient record for medication. Moreover, it also keeps track of medication taken by the patient, pulse rate, and blood pressure through the receiver patch on the skin of the patient. When implementing an automated medication dispenser, there are multiple governmental factors that have to be addressed. Two government groups that are involved in the implementation include the Institute of Safe Medication Practices and the Food and Drug Administration. The ISMP can play an integral role in assisting a company in the planning and troubleshooting of the automated medication dispenser. The FDA provides federal regulations that the automated medication dispenser system will have to comply with, and the company will be required to be knowledgeable of these regulations to protect their system and their patients. The Food and Drug Administration is a government regulatory agency that is responsible for protecting patient safety by creating and enforcing drug development and distribution protocols. Medication dispensers must follow all FDA and state drug handling laws in order to operate in hospitals and other healthcare facilities. It is necessary that any automated drug system comply with the FDA's regulations and policies regarding drug packaging and labeling. Under the Code of Federal Regulations, the FDA has requirements on what content and formatting can be used for labeling of human prescription drugs. An automated medication system uses barcode packaging. The FDA requires that all drugs have a barcode with a minimum of the drug's corresponding national drug code. The NDC is an identifier that provides information regarding drug name and dose. A medication dispenser must also comply with where their machine places the label. The FDA requires that barcode labels be placed on the immediate container at the unit dose level. Automated medication dispensers are a drug storage system as well as a distribution system. The FDA has regulations on how drugs need to be stored in order to protect drug quality and patient safety. These requirements include having a clean and orderly, well-lit, ventilated, and temperature-controlled environment, along with the storage being secured with an alarm system and clear record-keeping of use and conditions. ISMP is a non-profit association that is dedicated to minimizing medication errors and increasing safe medication use. ISMP collects medication error reports from across the nation and publishes the results in National Medication Error Report. They then use this information to develop hazard alerts, public policy, safety guidelines and standards, and feedback for pharmaceutical companies. Medication dispensers have a great impact on patient care, especially those in emergency settings. They provide increased interoperability across devices and other electronic systems, such as the electronic health record. This advanced and enhanced communication allows immediate updates to doctors and patient records, which results in the most accurate information possible for patients and doctors. This eliminates the need for patients to remember exact drug names and dosages, thus decreases the likelihood of medical errors. It is estimated that over 1.5 million patients are harmed every year as a result of medication errors. Keeping medications in the electronic dispensers enables healthcare facilities to store medications securely in patient care units, having a positive impact on patient safety. Pharmacists in a Finnish study pertaining to electronic medication dispensers found that this technology, coupled with e-prescriptions, quote, reduced prescription forgeries, misinterpretation of prescriptions, and dispensing errors, and facilitate management of patients' overall medication, unquote. Additionally, electronic tracking is a capability of medication dispensers, which can proactively monitor drug use patterns in patients and physicians. This also helps to eliminate inappropriate use of drugs with restrictions by 50%. Traditionally, pill boxes can result in missed doses or dosing errors, especially in older adults. Electronic medication dispensers offer healthcare facilities and patients a programmable option that informs patients of missed doses and non adherence to the patient's physician. Medication adherence is a huge and expensive problem in the United States. Kaufman states a well thought out and cost effective technology application can stem this tide. A portion of nurses' responsibilities are to perform end-of-shift narcotic counts. Additionally, pharmacists currently handle inventory management, both of which are timely and take away from patient care activity. The dismissal of these responsibilities leads to an increase in patient care activities by healthcare professionals and patient safety initiatives taken care of by pharmacists, all of which positively impact the patient. Senior citizens, patients suffering from chronic illness, and caregivers are common users of medication dispensers. They perceived it as a device that is user-friendly. They have considered it as highly reliable and a device that manages medications effectively. The healthcare providers and patients are relaxed as they do not have to rely much on memory and can have prescribed medication as per the specified time. Many human errors are avoidable through the use of technology. With having advanced software systems in place, more accuracy can be given to ensure the right medication and dosage is provided every time. With the technology being adapted to large-scale use in hospitals and other medical facilities, their use and development will bring about the potential for residential use and prevent home medication errors commonly made by patients themselves. With the adoption of this technology, there will have to be cross-development with the facility's information technology departments. With a smart medication dispenser having a high degree of scalability and remote manageability, usage is all in the programming. Companies construct the dispenser to have extensible hardware architecture for achieving scalability and contains an agent program in it for achieving remote manageability. The dispenser operates as follows. When the real-time clock reaches the predetermined medication time, the user presses the dispense button at that time. The predetermined medication is dispensed from the medication dispensing tray, making it more accurate and controlled for the user. When considering the advantages and disadvantages between a medication dispenser and a real pharmacist, there are mixed feelings. In a participant survey, many attributed the dispenser to help lower the number of prescription forgeries, reduce the risk of dispensing errors, promote better management of the patient's overall medication, facilitate monitoring of duplicative therapy and drug interactions, and lessen the risk of incorrect interpretation of prescriptions. Looking at these errors and the large-scale industry they can be made in, a device that reduces and potentially eliminates these problems is a great development. Though many are reluctant to have the ability to reduce medication errors for patients, others feel that it will be the end of the modern pharmacist. With automation taking over so many other industries, it is a worry had by many that through the evolution of the medication dispenser, Pharmacists in a retail and hospital bed setting will disappear altogether. With different feelings and perceptions of the automated medication dispensers, it is a close split between those that like and dislike the technology. While some see it as advantageous to have a very controlled machine for an environment that needs to be without error, others see it as just another way to take away jobs. One thing that will have to be overcome is the burden that no piece of machinery can catch errors like a trained technician for all types of situations.